So when you go to the pie chart, you can see month-wise sales data is there. Okay. Now in pie chart, basically in which area pie chart will be better? In which type of or what type of data you can express in a pie chart? If you have some understanding, could you please share with me? As I told,
Region-wise information,
okay, region-wise information. Okay.
division-wise, budget status.
Mm-hmm.
Similar way, any other thing which comes
Okay.
where the number of activities are not more, number of parameters are not more. In that case, we can use the pie chart.
So basically, in one line, I can say, Chandrasekhar, as I understood, only if
Yeah.
you have two columns of data, you can present your data in a pie chart. Do
Yes.
you,
Yeah. I agree.
okay. Now, what is the drawback in the pie chart? Anybody?
Not much information can be shared through in a pie chart, I believe.
Okay, that's a good thing. Now, can you see one thing? I'm just showing, no need to do anything, just look at my screen. If I have got something negative over here, say 856861 I have. Okay, so I'm just going and changing to negative. Okay, so if I have negative data, do you think that my pie chart is going to express my data properly, the negative values? Do you see anywhere? So May month I have got negative value, but what it shows. So when you have the data something like this, or suppose I take an example, I am working with my uh, say balances of the customers balances or vendors payments. When I'm looking at in those kind of information, there will be definitely the mixed type of data, positive and negative will be there. Now suppose say customers we are able yet to receive the balances, and suppose some customers they have given the advance payment to us. Do you agree with me? Sometimes it happens also. We collect
Yeah.
the things in advance and then once we raise the invoice, we just square up the data, correct? So in those cases, how to present my data effectively? So this is the place where people, our pie chart is not the right options for that. And in those cases, what you can
Mhm.
do, you can always go and precisely present it in terms of a bar chart or a column chart. When you have positive, negative, all these things will be there. Okay. So right selection of the chart is very, very essential, as I have been telling you from the first chart itself. So I'll be giving you a separate guide for that. Like if you have the data, then what type of chart you should take it. I'll be giving a complete guide. So you need to go through that and you'll be getting an idea. So now here in this case, so month-wise revenue, definitely revenue will never be negative. So our data is ready for pie chart, not a problem. But how to present our pie chart in an effective manner, we are going to discuss. So kindly select your data and go for Home tab, not Insert. In Insert, you have got a chart section where you have an option called Pie. And in that, choose 2D Pie. And when you select 2D Pie, you got your 2D Pie chart ready. And as I told you, first thing first, when you have the chart in place, what are we supposed to do? Anybody quickly? Going to chart design or design, take the last style. Make a practice of all these things. Then this kind of legends which is turned up in the pie chart doesn't make any sense or it's not a value additions to the data. So select and delete from the keyboard. Chart title definitely should be the right side that we have already discussed. So kindly confirm you got your formatting ready like this.
Yes.
Then over here, to make our chart more informative, right click on the chart area, go for add data labels. So automatically some data labels will be inside the pie and some are outside of the pie area. So ideally in pie chart, we should retain our data labels outside of the pie area. So select one of the data labels and go for right click upon the same. You will be finding a option called format data labels in the extreme bottom. Then a dialog box appears when you select that, and by default label position it shows best fit. Instead go for outside end. Now my data labels will be scattered and it will be appearing outside of the pie area. First thing first, make it bold and increase the font size a little bit to make it readable as I told you. Control Shift greater than to increase the font size.
Mhm.
Now, once you have done with this, as we know, in pie chart, our data labels cannot be ever expressed in terms of numbers. It has to be always in what? Should be percentage.
Percentages.
So there is a option checkbox you can see on my screen. We have got percentage. So kindly activate percentage. So percentage, once it is activated, there is no role of numbers. So please deactivate value. Exactly above to percentage, there is a checkbox called value. You can deactivate that. But having the mere percentage, again, it will leave a lot of questions in the people's mind. They will be asking, Prabhas, what is this blue color? What is this red color? Before they ask, give it. Category name, checkbox, you can activate. So all these data labels you can see along with the month details, it is populating or disappearing, but it is not giving such a great look since it is appearing in two different lines. So to bring it in one line, there is a separator box over here. You can see it towards your right side, there is a drop down. And if you go for that, there is an option called space. And when you go for the space options to select, immediately you will be finding entire data labels appearing in one line. So these are the changes you need to do. First change from our best fit to outside end. Second change, percentage to activate. Third change, deactivate value. Fourth change, category name to select. Fifth change, separator, you have to go for the drop down and choose the option space. So can you confirm all of you have got the structure like this?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
very good.
Yes.
Now, once we have done with this, this window box work is over. So I can just close this window and there. Though my pie chart is ready, people, but as I have been telling you since our day one, when you present your data, make sure your data speaks a story. So how to present our data in a storytelling format? See, whenever you have the pie chart, the first thing is you need to find out which month you have got the maximum percentage. So if you look at in my case or in our case, we have got May month is the maximum percentage. Can you check it out? Is it true?
Yes.
So that May month should be aligned in this pattern, like taking this top left alignment, facing towards top left corner. So technically where November month is there, my May month should be there over here. Why? Is it mandatory? No, it's not mandatory, but this is the latest style. And to make your data presentation in terms of a storytelling format, we need to bring our May month records to the November position. But how? By rotating the pie. But how to rotate the pie? Let's discuss. Right click on any of the pie. You got an option format data series. A dialog box appears. Can you see? There is an option called angle of first slice. There is a marker and there is a bar also. You can slightly this marker you move on the bar. Can you see your pie chart starts rotating? Yes, people. So able to see, I am able to rotate my pie completely, isn't it? So I have kept it. May month facing to the top left corner by rotating the pie. Just confirm, able to rotate your pie.
Yes.
Now, once you have this rotation exactly the maximum percentage facing to the top left corner, now this window workbox is over. Tick. Now, you can notice all my pies are in selection, right? I will select only May month pie. Now, only May month alone is in selection. You can notice. And once I have this May month only selected, the moment you receive your pizza, when you order pizza from the Pizza Hut or Domino's, how do you take a slice out? Similar fashion. Take the May month pie and hold it and drag it a little bit up. That makes a beautiful story. What kind of story? Like whoever is watching my data, it's a simple story for them that from the entire year in the month of May, we got the maximum revenue, right? So this is how you can notice how to make a better pie chart, or even if you are presenting your data in a pie chart format, how to add more value additions to the data over there we have seen. Any doubt, any queries? Hope you are getting the same, people.
Yes.
Yes, yes, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, one more beautiful tip I would like to share with you people. Whenever you have the pie chart, please stay focused. No need to do anything right now. Sometimes what it happens, my or your case also, you can check it out. Our data labels are overlapping with each other, and that looks very messy. And because of those data labels, we are unable to express our pie chart data properly, but we cannot remove them also. So now having the data labels overlapping with each other, if you try to present it, people don't like it. This is also one problem. Most of the time you are noticed also. Do you agree with me? Like see in our case, August and September is overlapping. Can you see that?
Yes.
Then in that case, how to present it effectively? I will tell you a beautiful technique. See, once I select one of the data label, all the data labels are in selection. Yes. Now, which is overlapping August and September. So I'll take September first, I'll select. I'll hold it and I'll drag it a little bit towards my right side. I have got enough space. Can you see one leader line automatically turns up over here? So this is what the beauty. Default options we do have in our pie chart. People believe you have created manually. No, no such things. So always try to keep the data labels outside of your pie and not too close to the pie options. So it will be more expressive and people will love to see such kind of information. All right. Hope you are getting that flavor.
Yes.
Right. So this is how people we have understood, even though there is a pie chart, any point of time to express, how to express it in a proper way. Any doubt, any queries over here?
Prabhas, because if it is an older version, the pie chart is looks different.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything 2013 and above, that's what I told you.
Okay. I mean, I also can I share my screen once again?
Yep, you can.
Yeah. I'm getting my graph like this. Sure.
Okay. You do one thing. First of all, what you have done over here,
Yes, Prabhas.
uh, Okay. Right click on any of the pie.
Yeah.
No. So just only one pie select. You keep outside the cursor, click on any blank cell. Any of the blank cell first you click. Any of the blank cell. Yeah. Now right click on any of the pie. Format data series you'll be getting. Yeah. That pie explosion, it is 53% or something it is showing. The second one, that you make it 0. Left, bring it left.
Okay.
Yes. Because you have taken that I told you for the first one, angle of first slice, that you should have taken.
Oh, this one, rotate. Okay.
That is for rotation. Now close this window, close this window. So you have to bring your May month pie to the November area. Okay. So you
Yes.
just right click again, format data series. Then little bit increase that marker from the first angle of first slice. Little bit increase that. Yeah, leave it, leave it. Just leave it. Can you see it's rotating?
Okay. Okay.
You have to rotate like this slowly, little bit more. Right, little bit. No, it has gone far. Just change the degree little bit lesser. Right, little bit lesser. You can change manually in that box also. In that box it is there. What number? 140 you can bring it. Right, now close this window. Yeah. Now select May month again, one more time. Now hold it and drag it a little bit up. No, not right click, Suresh. Just hold it and drag it a little bit up. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Pramod. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. So I'm taking the control back in the screen, people. So this is how we have understood how to create our data labels over here and how to present it effectively in our pie chart. Those things we got a clarity on this, correct? Now we are going to see the next chart type. This is just for information. Nowadays, if you see, suppose say you are working with multinational companies, or mostly if your counterparts, if it is European and Americans, what they have actually, they present the data in this format. This is called benchmark chart. So there is no such kind of chart category in the chart family called benchmark. This is nothing but the other version of our target versus actuals or budget versus actuals or planned versus actuals. So whenever you see such kind of charts, so don't expect that this will be there in our chart category somewhere and people are using it. This is how people coined the names. There is no such kind of charts over here. And this is created again from our combo only. You can check it out again. Okay. So this is just for your information whenever you happen to see. So benchmark chart, there is no such kind of charts. Okay. Now coming to the next automatic chart. So what is the meaning by automatic chart? Is it something by looking at the data will be commanding to Excel? Excel will just listen our voice and it will be plotting the graph. Is it something going to happen any point of time? No. There is no such kind of artificial intelligence in Microsoft Office as such. So what is automatic chart? We are going to discuss. Don't worry. We'll prepare our chart only once in such a way that whenever we plot our data or populate our data, our chart will be automatically populated in our screen. So how it is going to happen, we are going to discuss. So in our case, we have got 12 months revenue data. No problem. Select March to December and delete. Numbers are changing. Don't be panic because of rand between formula. So everyone will be having a different set of number. My numbers are not going to match with yours also. So that is not of our concern. Don't worry. Just delete your March to December and confirm. Is it deleted?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Now, no need to do anything. Just watch my screen for a while. I have got some data. and I am going to plot it in a graph. I plotted it. Tomorrow, when I complete my business for the month of March and I plot my data, do you see my March month data is getting plotted inside the chart area? Are you getting the same? Yes, people, we are not getting, correct?
Yes, it is not a populated.
Why we are not getting and what we do in that case when you select the chart and it is just answer. What is the answer? Our data range is not extended till March. So what we do, we take our mouse pointer and slowly we enhance the range like this. Then only March data will be populated inside the chart area. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Now this is what the practice we have. Nothing wrong. Whatever we are doing is absolutely fine, correct, no doubt about it. But in this case, what I am doing is it is recurring in nature. Every month end, I have to go and keep on enhancing like this slow by one row down, right? Now, in that case, you can ask me a return question, Prabhas, why can't I do over here in this fashion? Then it will be creating empty spaces. And when you are presenting to the people, they will be also asking the question, Prabhas, why there are so many blanks? Why it is taking so much of space? Can I say, sir, it is yet to come. We are yet to complete our business here. That's why we have kept it ready. Can I say something like that? Right? So that's not possible. That's not the right way to express it, isn't it? So now, what is the practice we have? We have to stop it. What is the better format to present our data? We are going to discuss. Now start working with me, please. Select our data. First thing, convert your data into table. So I told you in our day two, what is the keyboard shortcut to convert your data into table?
Control T.
Control T. Very good. So Control T, T for Tango, T for table, and the moment I hit enter, my data is converted into table. Now plot your graph. What is the shortcut?
Alt F1.
Alt F1. And whatever the things we learned in our quick chart, just do the same application. First thing first, as I told you, what we're supposed to do?
Select the best last one.
Last style. Going to design, take the last style. Step two,
Delete the rows,
going
grid
for
lines.
plus symbol, remove the grid lines. Then, if you want to give a fill of colors, right click on the column, format data series, first icon, vary colors by point. Then if you want to add the data labels, right click on any column, add data labels. And when you have the data labels, I told you, make sure this is readable by the audience. Chart title should be there towards your right side. Axis scale, you should reduce the font size. So whatever the things we learned over there in the quick chart, everything we have implemented over here. So please confirm once it is ready.
Yes, it's ready.
Now, once you made it over here, just go and fill the month only in the data side. Go and fill the month. Don't fill the data for the time being. Just fill the month. MAR. Is it getting populated on your chart area? APR. MAY. JUN. Can you see? Automatically it gets adjusted with that window option of our chart area. The width also getting uniform. Data labels are also getting added to all the columns, and the columns colors also it's getting changed automatically. So here the data takes automatically because of rand between formula, but technically you have to spend time for typing the data. Don't expect that Excel will automatically understand my data also. No, that you have to type it manually. But see, the beauty of doing this is any point of time, if you happen to present your quarterly information, you can simply go to this month and there you choose the quarter, say April, May, and June, and click OK. So only quarterly results will be displayed to the people, and unwanted data we are not showing, unwanted questions are not going to come. So this is how you are supposed to make your presentation. So I believe everybody is getting the same.
Yes, boss.
Right. So this is how people we have understood how to create our charts from our data. What are the necessary elements to be added? Everything we have got it. So this is it from our chart side people, and this is it for our end of day 4. Any doubt, any queries? Feel free to ask.
Prabhas,
Yeah.
yeah, what is that worksheet called waterfall?
That is only available in 2016 and above versions of Microsoft Excel is called waterfall chart. This is a newly added chart type. Whenever you have got the data of mixed type like positive and negative variances, or if you're working with your cash flow data, or if you're working with your attrition rate where you have got the new joinees, exit employees when data is of plus and minus as well. And if you have some sequential activities, you can plot those kind of data in a waterfall format. And why it is called as waterfall? Because it gives like a feel of a waterfall chart, but sometimes people call it as staircase chart, sometimes people call it as a bridge chart. So let me take you through. Suppose I take an example. I have got a product to launch. I just purchased that product purpose some raw material around 50,000. Take an example. And I have incurred some labor cost on that 1 lakh. And I have incurred some overhead cost in my plant area to process the data or the product 2 lakhs rupees. So as such, if I ask you how much expenses we have incurred, what will be your answer?
3,50,000.
Right. Now suppose say when I import some raw material, my government is giving some tax benefits to me. So I have taken some input credit, or in the layman language, if I say I got some cash back from the government around 25,000. So this 3,50,000, whatever I have spent and whatever the refund I have received, I will just make a summation of the data, and this is 3,25,000. Now, if suppose somebody asks me in a larger picture, like suppose say I am the CEO of my company, and I want to see for this product how much cost I have incurred, what will be your answer? You will be telling me 3,25,000. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Now, this entire data my boss want me to plot it in a graph. So if I go and plot it with an Alt F1, no doubt the chart is ready. But do you see any kind of connections between the activities? Here, do you see in this entire thing any kind of connectivity from material to labor, labor to overhead, overhead to tax credit? Any kind of connections do you see?
No.
So this is the reason why this kind of data cannot be ever expressed in this kind of column chart. This is just showing as a individual activities, but there is no connections between them. So what we can do, simple right click on the chart area, change chart type. We have a section called waterfall. And when I go for waterfall and click OK, with immediate effect, this will be coming up with a beautiful chart type. And what's the beauty of doing this is just see, everything is having the connectivity lines. Can you see some connectivity lines over here? Like these are
Yes.
called connectivity lines. So that's why it looks like a bridge for the people, and people call it as it's a bridge chart. And if you see sometimes also larger picture, it seems like a staircase diagram. That's why people call it as a staircase chart. But technically, this is called waterfall chart. And how to read this, how to interpret this, let's go and discuss. See, though I have just given a feel of a waterfall, but this is not yet ready as a waterfall. Reason? If you look at our data area, how many activities you have? Yes, people, how many activities? If you see,
5.
are you sure it's a 5 activity?
Okay.
4.
4. 4. 4.
Technically,
4 activities.
yeah, technically it's 4. Total cost is nothing but the summation of above
Yeah, yeah,
values. Do you
yeah,
agree?
yeah.
So this is the place where it has not presented properly, and this is the reason why we need to go and discuss something on this point. So I'll come to that. Just allow me a minute. See, when I present my data over here, though my tax credit is 25,000 is there, but my activity ends up over here. Total cost is not an activity. So this extra column, what is created, this is actually not giving a feel of a waterfall. So what I can do, I can select my total cost activity. So my entire activities are in selection. You can see all these activities are in selection, right? I will go for one more time selection upon the same. Now only total cost is in selection. You can check it out also. I will go for right click upon the same. There is an option called set as total. So what will be happening now, it will change the direction and it will immediately just give a feel as if my activity is over and it will reaching to the axis. And now this is ready as a waterfall. Now how to interpret this, how to read this, I'll tell you. Right click on any of the column, add data labels over here. Now, if somebody is asking me stage wise, Prabhas, in the initial stage, stage one, how much expenses we have incurred? Stage one is nothing but material expenses. So my activity starts from this point and it has spent 50,000. So is it touching the line of 50,000? Yes. Now, stage two, after completion of my material procurement, I have incurred a cost of 1 lakh rupees. So that 1 lakh, it comes to picture only if my material cost is incurred. So it is not touching to the axis. Can you see that? So 50,000 plus 1 lakh, is it touching to the line of 1 lakh 50? Yes. Similarly, if you go for this over here, 2 lakh, the plant overhead cost. So 2 lakh plus 1 lakh 50, is it touching the line of 3 lakh 50? Yes. So like this 25,000 cash benefits I have got it or input credit I have taken. So total cost as a larger picture I want to see for this product is 3 lakh 25,000. So this is how, when you want to present your results, this will be very meaningful chart type nowadays people prefer to see. So this will be more popular only in the top executives, like whenever the people from the general manager, senior manager, or the key managerial decisions who are taking, they don't have time to go through the entire stops. They want to see instantly on a larger picture, how, on what, how much we have expended and for what purpose. If you want to present it, this is the best option. But this is available only in 2016, 2019, Office 365, and 2021. Right? So this is called our waterfall.
Thanks, Prabhas.
Yep. Welcome. Yes, people. Any other doubts or queries? Anybody?
One query, Prabhas, like
Yeah.
it is not related to chart or anything, but it is
Mm.
some personal thing. Like which we download these bank statements and all, right? So we'll
Mhm.
be getting certain formats like the date or the amount would not be matching with our source formats. Like there would be
Right.
some commas mentioned in the, like if we have a 1 lakh amount mentioned, there will be
Right.
commas, but it isn't in either in a text format or a number format. So
Okay.
is there any way to convert it into number?
Yes, you can do one thing. You can select that bank statement. Suppose I take an example, any bank statement. Let me just see, in this laptop, it's not there. The best option, what you can do is select that column over here, whatever the data column is there, you select. Then go to your data menu, text to column, and there you go for next, next, and change it from, it will be by default in text. You got to change it to date.
Hmm.
Though it is also number also, or number column or date column, you have to change it to date because we do not have a separate options called number. So we have to select to date
True.
and then finish. So automatically it will be turned into a number format. Selecting the column, going to data, text to column over here, next, next, and then you have to go and choose to date and finish.
But I don't get either date or text, Prabhas. So the things which I'm getting is tab, semicolon, comma,
No, you go to
space, and
next.
other.
One more next. One more next. You have to go.
Okay, here I need to select it. Okay,
Right.
got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. Yes. Any other queries, people, from anybody? Hope it was informative. Day
Also,
4. Yeah.
one small thing. Can you also show me regarding conditional formatting regarding anything like that?
Okay. What's the query about conditional formatting? If you can be more precise, I can give you a best example on that.
If I would like to filter some dates or any amount above 1 lakh or so,
That you can go for filter.
rather than filter, can conditional format highlight things
Yeah,
easily?
conditional formatting will highlight the things, but it will not showcase the details. It will just remain as it is, but it will be in the highlighted fashion.
Mhm.
So you want to highlight or you want to show on the screen?
I want to highlight it.
Okay. If you want to highlight, then simple, select your column, whatever the data you have, going to home, conditional formatting, very first rule, highlight cell rules, greater than something,
Okay.
direct options, like more than 1 lakh or less than 5 lakhs. So less than 5 lakhs, less than 5 lakhs. Okay, you suppose say you want to say more than one parameter, more than 5 lakhs, but less than 10 lakhs, you can go for between rule. If you are working with text, so wherever debit contains the amount debit, then you have to go for text that contains like that. You can mention.
Ooh, okay.
These are the direct options you have.
Okay, Ross. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, people. Any other queries from anybody?
One more thing, Prabhas. In
Yeah.
Excel also, we can prepare a flow chart, right?
Flow chart, flow diagram you can prepare. Like you can go to direct smarter options, insert. You have a smarter options over here. Okay. Yeah. So in going to smart art process, you can go for process chart, suppose a basic bending type, and you can keep creating.
Okay, it's kind of PowerPoint.
Yeah, same
Yep.
option. Smart art is in PowerPoint. Here also the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other doubts, people? Hope it was informative. Day 4 as well.
Yes, sure.
Of
Yes,
course, yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Fine. So you will be getting the recordings. Don't worry. By maximum day end. Yes, Chandrasekhar, you have something to say?
No, no problem. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Fine then. So if there is no queries, people, shall we call it as a day? I know it is getting delayed also because as I told you, day 1 little bit we have lagging behind. So queries were there. Anyway, but it was informative. I am glad I could leave some takeaways to you. And you will be getting all your recordings and the course completion certificate also. I request, please share your exact name to be printed in the group. You please share one message so that we can keep our course completion certificate ready. Maximum by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you'll be receiving the same. And if at all any queries are there, you can always drop us a mail. So I'm leaving the email ID where you have to drop your queries. So the email ID is training.pune@yahoo.com. So along with your sample, some data, you please send it across so that we be in the equal page and I can understand what exactly your query it is. And I'll definitely help you out with regard to that. Don't worry. But keep practicing. This is all things as necessary. And this is the base. And based on this only, you can go to the next level. As I told you, there is always a next level. You can learn either Excel VBA macro for coding, or you can go for pivot table or Power Pivot or Power Query or Power BI. All these things you can learn. And trust me, this if you go and learn in this way, you can definitely grow up in your corporate ladder and you can make a difference at your workplace. Don't sit idle. Don't restrict yourself. Okay, this is what I should learn. This is I should stop there. No, you have to always upgrade your skills. Else, you know the story of Nokia. What happened? You know, waiter. I don't need to say much on this. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Prabhas.
Thanks, Prabhas.
Thank you, Prabhas.
Welcome. Yep.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. So please stay safe, take care, and keep practicing. I'm always there to support. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
We'll
Prabha.
reach
Thank
you
you.
if there are any concerns.